Welcome back. We are officially moving on. We are going to start a little bit of black and white photography this week, so get excited about that. Just a heads up, this is our last week before midterm break. OCC has a midterm break March 4th through the 8th, so I'm not actually going to add another module next week. I'm going to give you guys a week to catch up. There's a few of you that I'm a little nervous about who need to submit most of the course still. So make sure you're doing your work. Those of you guys who have been turning stuff in, you're doing awesome. I can really start to see some improvement in your photographs and your photoshopping in general. When we come back from the break, we are going to start photographing animals. And then we're also going to play around with Lightroom a little bit more. We're not going to jump right into it, but I did want to introduce it to you guys as another tool for editing photographs. Um, Again, another tool that is really common to photographers. So that's kind of our look ahead, our preview, what to expect. That would be the week starting March 11th. So I can't believe where our semester is going. It's flying by. Again, just make sure you're doing your work and you're turning it in. That is a huge part of success for this course. What we're doing this week, we're going to learn a little bit about how I can change my camera to black and white. I will show you mine. I know that depending on the camera you have, it might vary your steps. So the owner's manual is always a good thing to consult. If you can't do it, again, please send me a message. I will try to get back to you as quickly as I can, and I'll try and help you out if you can't figure it out. There is good news. If you can't figure out how to change your images to black and white, you can always do that in Photoshop later. But I'd like you to be aware of both methods. In this particular module, there is a PowerPoint. I'm just going to show you where to find it. I'm going to go over a couple things about the PowerPoint, the assignment, and the actual camera controls. And this will probably be two actual videos. That's a lot of information. This week, there's a few videos. So again, there's one great resource by Lynda. They have awesome tutorials. They are talking about just the power of black and white photography. The other thing also, there are actually two videos, the selective color and changing an image into black and white. This week, they are other artists who have created these videos. I thought they did a great job, and so I left them in their powers to explain this to you. I do have a sample image of a student who has used their selective color in the past. And then you guys are going to have a mini assignment and then a full assignment. I don't actually give you a quiz this week. There's not any reading. We're taking a break from the book. That being said, there is a small, brief 2-photograph assignment that you're going to play around with, either transforming an image to black and white or selective color, depending on what you want to do. And then there is, again, a bigger assignment that deals with the theme of touch. And I'll talk a little bit about that as well in just a second. You do have a discussion group. And hang in there. I know that sometimes we don't have a ton of images to talk about, but all of the images that people are turning in have been great to talk about, to compare and contrast, to examine. So again, great job. When I go back to the module, give us just a second here. Let's scroll away. You can see again, I have that PowerPoint. That's the very first thing. I'm not going to go delve into this right now. Then, of course, we have 3 videos. Make sure you watch those. What I want to hit on really quickly is the first exercise. So it's worth 10 points. It's worth a quiz grade. You're going to pick 2 existing photos you've taken and turn them into black and white in Photoshop, or take those pictures and use selective color on them in Photoshop. So you look at those videos that are right above this link, and it will tell you step by step how to use selective color. Again, if you need help, please send me messages. These videos are here for your benefit. If you can't load them, if they're not loading, please let me know, because I want to make sure you guys are successful. again, I want to think about the photographs. If I can use pictures that have a great example of contrast or texture, or maybe they link thematically together, that's going to create a really nice, effective image for me. There are details, sliders within that will allow you to play with brightness and contrast. And again, I say 2 images. You may end up doing 5 and only using 2. Again, keep doing work. The more you do, the better you're going to get. You're actually going to go ahead and put this in the same Flickr group as the final. Just make sure you're labeling those file sizes so I know what I'm looking at. I know, oh, hey, this is Chandler's transformation images practice. And then I'll know, oh, hey, Chandler's actual assignment files are, here's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 because of the way you've labeled them. Then, once you've done that, you will, let's go back to that module. You will go ahead and work on a series of photographs that revolve around a theme. So I want you to think about touch, and you can think about it really literally, or you can think about it a little bit more symbolically. The assignment sheet in front of me, it says touch is a powerful thing and humans have a very strong relationship to touch. The power of touch is profound. It heals, connects, nourishes, and soothes. It is a fundamental part of the human experience. Touch can be both positive and negative. Touching allows us to communicate non-verbally and can speak volumes. We as humans have an innate ability to decode emotions via touch alone, which is why they are so powerful. Your assignment is to convey emotion, tell a story, and to show the power of touch through 3 to 5 photographs. This is worth 50 points. This is a great assignment. I've done this in the past. I did get this some inspiration from another teacher. Again, she does a great job with this unit as well. In this particular series of pictures, the act of touching is being expressed in some way. So you might have, it might be your hands, it may be your grandchild's hands. You might line up a series of objects that you have touched, and you might say, okay, I'm going to take pictures of 5 of these objects. You might show someone, again, touching someone's shoulder. You might think about a person who has touched your life. You might think about what touch means to you. So I love these projects because everybody starts to bring such a great, unique idea to them, and it's really exciting for me to see how you interpret them. If you're totally lost, if you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even know where to start, again, message me. I'm more than willing to bounce some ideas off of you, but everything that you guys have been producing so far, once we've moved past Aperture, has been really strong. So just know that. You can either change your camera settings to shoot in black and white for this project, or you can keep your pictures in color and convert them. So that's up to you. And again, I'll show you that on a different video. You have until March 11th to turn this in. And, again, I say 3 to 5 pictures and, go through your standard edits, adjusting brightness, contrast, hue, saturation, cropping them. But again, you can turn them in before the 11th, and I say 3 to 5 photographs. You may end up taking 20 and then only submitting 3 to 5. So just know there's always room to play around with that. So I'm excited to see what you come up with this week. It's going to be really great. The Flickr link is already on the website. This is already here. I will make sure I go ahead and invite you guys to that group on Flickr. I'll do that tomorrow. Shouldn't have any issues, but again, if you do, please let me know. It's been a lot of fun seeing people turn work in. So just know we're not going to have another module pop up. I will try and get a little bit of work done over break to get you guys, rolling right when we get back. I will be contactable by email. I'm actually going to be traveling, but again, I will respond to messages during that time frame. So I just wanted to give you guys a heads up, and I hope you guys are having a great week again. We're about almost halfway through the semester, believe it or not. So if you have work to turn in, please, 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 please turn your work in. And again, those of you who have been turning work in, you've been doing great. So keep going, keep thinking beyond the box, and have a great week.